Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
Thank you for joining us today. We are in full season summer mode, so we have a really fun segment later today about cookouts. So Beth and I, we're kind of dressed 4th of July cookout. But I have my fabulous friend Beth Crandall from Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss and Energy, and we have Avery Hall from F&M Bank. Y'all, thanks for being here today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Excited
Yes.
to be here.
Yeah, so we're going to have some fun in a little bit, Beth. But Avery, let's get down to business. You were with F&M Bank. You were
Yes,
a
sir.
loan officer there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How long have you been with F&M Bank?
I've been there for 4.5 years now.
Okay. And you enjoy it?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
do. I really do.
You came there out of college?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did. I worked there part-time. I started there part-time in 2016, and then while I was in college, I worked, part-time there.
Okay. And you graduated from University of Georgia,
Yes, sir.
I think you said.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Awesome. Your degree is in
Business administration.
business administration. Awesome. Well, you do the stuff that I don't like to do. We were talking a little earlier. A lot of times when people talk about money, especially me, I do too, we get a little nervous. We get, I don't know if scare is the right word, but it's a personal thing. Sometimes more personal than politics or religion these days. But anyway, it just gets to be a scary topic, and you don't like to share all of your information with someone. But if you get to know somebody and you're a nice guy, so I could come and talk
Yes,
about
sir.
you,
Yes,
talk
sir.
about my money with you.
Yes,
I feel
sir. Right.
very comfortable.
Yes, sir. We're big on building customer relationships and getting to know our customers.
Yeah, awesome. So you build relationships with people.
Yes,
That's what I
absolutely.
love about F&M Bank. You are community driven,
Yes, sir.
and you guys are local. You're in the community both in Washington and in Evans.
Yes. Yep.
So
Yes, sir.
yeah. Do you ever get to the Evans office at all?
I've been there 2 or 3 times. I have not been recently, but I have. It's a beautiful office for sure.
It is so beautiful. So I go there. I have to say, I'll go in almost daily just because I like to be there. The personalized service. I say hi to everybody. I mean, 30 minutes later, I'm still there interrupting everybody's day, trying to work. But it's just a beautiful facility. I absolutely love it.
It is.
I need to come check you guys out in Washington.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You all have a new facility in
We
Washington.
do.
as
We have
well.
a new operations building right next door to our main office.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And which one do you work?
I work in our main office. We're right beside the Ingalls in Washington and on the other side of CVS.
Okay, awesome. Tell us about some of the loans that people come in, some things that you can accommodate at F&M Bank.
Yes, sir. So we do car loans, construction loans, land loans. People may come in wanting to buy a house or they may want to build. We do loans for business owners too. Kind of
Awesome.
a little bit of everything.
So just very well rounded.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you do? Do you find that people are very forthcoming with giving you information and coming in to talk about their money? Or do you feel that some people are a little reserved?
Some are reserved, but when we build those customer relationships, they trust us, and once we can get the customers to trust us, they're more open to providing us with that information. We don't just usually jump right in and ask our financials. We'll sit down, discuss the situation and see what's the best route to go.
I got you. And then once they have that first loan with you, then they're more apt to come back
Right,
because they
correct.
know you've built this
Correct.
relationship.
Correct.
Yeah.
They know that we'll provide them with sound advisement and a meaningful relationship from there forward.
Awesome. So it's sometimes psychological. I'm sure sometimes you have to understand how
Right,
to
right.
gain their trust and
That's
their ease of discussion.
Right, that's right.
I do that with design clients sometimes. I mean, I have a lot of men who don't want to talk about decorating or design, but once they trust me and they understand that I have a method and that I have their best interest at heart,
Right,
I'm sure it's
right.
the same with you,
Absolutely.
because people work hard for their money and they want to invest
That's
it well
right,
and
that's right.
get good rates on loans.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
how are rates these days with everything?
They're not great, but we're making do. We're making it work.
Yes.
We're making up for it with our customer service. We do pride ourselves on having excellent customer service at F&M.
Awesome.
For sure.
That's nice. Well, you're local, so if we have accounts, we can call someone, talk to
Absolutely.
someone. Our
Absolutely.
calls aren't getting diverted overseas or somewhere.
No.
I don't know. That gets so frustrating.
Right.
You do these different loans, and the rates are fluctuating. But I feel like we were a little spoiled for a few years too. I mean, I feel like rates are kind of back where they kind of always were. It's just there were 5 or 6 or 7 years where we were just really
Right.
spoiled.
They were.
So we were used to all of that, and we thought it was going to stay or keep going lower. And guess what? We're back to reality. So things are back to normal. I remember a home loan I took back in the 90s. I mean, they basically wanted my blood. It was, and it wasn't an expensive house, and the rates were crazy. I want to say 8-9%. I don't know. It was insane. So, and that was difficult, you know. And then, you know, we come to the 2000s, and then rates go down. And I'm thinking, boy, it makes it easy for anybody to get a loan these days. But, you know, but then we get into trouble with that too, because people then do overextend themselves and all of that. So. Anyway, there's great affordable housing. Our great friend Mark Herbert on the show, he builds affordable housing. So if you get a house that costs less, then the interest rate's not so bad. You know, we don't necessarily need to buy a $400,000 home when we can buy a quality $200,000 home.
Absolutely.
Right. So sometimes, you know, that lower interest rate kind of spoiled us into going a little extra too. So anyway, what are you seeing in the trends with loans these days?
I am seeing, we do. With our mortgage loans, they fluctuate day to day, and of course they're based off of the 10-year Treasury rate. So when we see whatever that rate is, if that is up, then typically the 30-year mortgage rate is also up.
Okay, awesome.
And our car loans, they fluctuate. If they change, that's more of a monthly basis versus a day-to-day basis on those.
Okay, and that's one thing as well. People want to know what their monthly payments are going to be, no matter what we're talking about, because they have to budget that into things as well.
Absolutely, and a lot of people are maybe afraid to come in and ask, you know, about being qualified for a home because they don't think they can afford it, but you don't really know until you come in and at least try. Right,
and sometimes if they're not, you can give them sound advice on what they can do to get there maybe in a year or two.
Right. You can lead them in the right steps, what they need to do in order to get that. And we're always open to, you know, any free consultations that they may, you know, need for that to get them in line.
I think that's great for young people, maybe newly married couple. Come in and just talk with you. Hey, what do we need to do so that we can plan and get where we are? Pre-qualification on anything is great, but having a conversation with you guys is always key and always great. Well, Avery, thank you for being here today and giving us this great information. Again, we don't like to talk about money, but somebody like you makes it very easy to do. So I would feel very comfortable coming in F&M Bank and talking to you about borrowing money.
Thank you.
I might be in there soon.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. We are going to do some fun cook-out side dishes with Beth Crandall from Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss and Energy. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. My husband Greg and I continue to hear about concerns about price increases, but we want to let you know we have always been focused on American-made products. We have the largest selection of flooring and lighting, and our commitment to you is to provide you with the best pricing, products, and workmanship. So come see where our company is the company that friends recommend. Hardwood Floors & More, so much more in store for you.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive. Discover the Bordeaux Event Center, where elegance meets charm and forever memories are made. Whether you're saying I do, hosting a banquet, or celebrating life's big moments, the Bordeaux Event Center is more than a venue. It's an experience. Nestled in the picturesque woods of Thompson, Georgia, the Bordeaux Event Center features bridal and groom suites, a caterer's kitchen, and a state-of-the-art audiovisual system. Schedule your tour today at the Bordeaux Event Center, where moments become memories.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home, familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
Well, you saw our fabulous partner, Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss and Energy, and I have with us Beth Crandall, our show's nutritionist. Thanks for being here as always.
Thank you.
You
Glad
give
to be
us
back.
such great information on eating and snacking healthier. I'm doing better. I'm doing so much better, and we're getting a lot of people writing in. Please write to me at mike@signaturemike.com and tell us what you like, maybe what you didn't like, or maybe don't share that at all. But tell us what you like, and we'll give you more information, because we have our fabulous friend Mary Beasley from Avera, Georgia, is always writing in asking for some things. So hopefully, Mary, this will help you. This is 4th of July coming up, and so we have cookouts. So we know about the proteins, we know about the burgers and the dogs and all of that. So we're going to make some fun side dishes. I make a great Asian slaw that I want to share, and every time I make it, everybody wants the recipe. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to cheat a little bit. You want about a half a head of lettuce, of cabbage, I'm sorry, and I just got the bag.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I just-
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, just make it easy
Keep
on
it
myself.
easy.
Yeah, and then we want some green onions. And here we go with the knife. My producer's watching. I know she thinks I'm going to cut myself. I don't like the tops. Do you ever eat the tops? Do you like the tops?
Sometimes, but I do prefer like the crispier ones.
Yeah,
like
I do.
that.
I do too. I do too. I'm going to do a little waste here, but I'm moving kind of fast, so this isn't. Normally I take a little more time
But
to
I
do
do
this.
love green onions, so
I do
that's
too.
one of my favorite.
I grew up. We had them in the garden, and we just go out and pick them, and they're healthy for you. Put a little salt and pepper on them, and they're really, really great. So the recipe calls for about 3 green onions. So look what I've done. I have about a dozen of them here because I like green onions. Love, 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 and they're just rolling all over the table here. But it gives everything good flavor, doesn't it?
It does. It
Yeah.
really does.
Let's call it quits right there. And so we just add that into the bowl. And then what I have, got that. I know a lot of people make an Asian slaw. Mine might be just a little different. I had a half a cup of slivered almonds. Normally I toast these with
yeah.
2 teaspoons of sesame seeds.
Oh, yeah.
Normally I toast those, and
Yeah.
it almost smells like popcorn or something. It
Yeah,
smells
the
so good.
toastedness, it does give it a different flavor.
Yeah, the dressing. I have a half teaspoon of sugar, so we're not doing sugar. So I have this little stevia. Is that okay? Is stevia?
Yes, you can do that.
It's better than sugar, and I don't necessarily need the whole amount because it's a little more potent. So half a teaspoon of sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Now we got to be careful about our sodium. So I'm going to do half. We'll cut that back just a smidgen. A half a teaspoon of white pepper. Are you familiar with white pepper?
I actually love white pepper.
I do too. I really, really
We
do.
used to use it a lot. I used to work in a restaurant in California, and they used it a lot in their seasonings and stuff. And that's when I first learned about it.
Gotcha. 3 tablespoons of white wine vinegar or rice wine vinegar. What I have is rice wine today. So 3 tablespoons of that. And then a 1/4 cup of oil. Now I did bring my olive oil.
Oh, good for you.
So believe it or not, yes, I knew you were coming. What did I say? A 1/4 cup of oil. So that's what we have there. And let's see. We are going to stir this. I like this
yeah.
whisk, this flat whisk.
I
I feel
like
like it stirs a lot better than a regular whisk. And you can get it
Yeah.
into the crevices of your bowl.
You always
So
have the
that's the-
coolest little tools with you.
Yeah. We have great cooking utensils in my home. Love, love, love. Now, it calls for ramen noodles. But we know there's a lot of carbs in ramen noodles. So we can add these or not add them. But if you do, you just...
Touch 'em up.
Did you see those go all over the place?
You know what? Kids like to do that too.
Exactly. Let's
Break 'em all up.
let's just add a little. We don't have to add the whole bag, and these didn't crunch up as much as I'd like, but
The good thing is when you're cooking at home is you have more control over what goes in your food versus like when you're eating out.
Very
so that's
smart.
A good way to show like you don't have to add the whole packet, and you can cut back on carbs and just
Right.
add what you want.
exactly. Well, why don't you go ahead and I'll serve this up and we'll eat this in a second.
Well, I was just going to talk about one of our options that we have at Be Healthy. So we actually sell grab and go type foods to help you get in your protein. So I talk a lot about getting in protein every day. This is actually our fettuccine Alfredo pasta that we have. It does have 12 grams of protein in it, which is great, but I thought it would be fun to put together like a little pasta salad in case you want an idea for 4th of July. So I went ahead and prepared everything up, so it's just gonna be kind of like a quick and easy, but I prepared the noodles, as the package states, and then I'm just gonna add them to my bowl, and then I also cut up some fresh cherry tomatoes, some sun-dried tomatoes because I love tomatoes, and then some black olives, cucumber, and then I brought some feta cheese, and then I actually brought some seasoning that I got from Italy. I thought that would be great.
I like it. You brought that from your recent trip you took.
Yes.
So again, what I like about this, you're making it at home, and this is not really a recipe. You just do it to taste.
Yeah.
I worked on a recipe, but this,
yeah.
I like this though, because it makes it easy.
Yeah, I'm easy peasy like that.
Sometimes you have these things in your fridge, and you can just put the tomatoes and the olives and
Just
then
throw
maybe
it
the cucumber.
because most people usually have this kind of stuff at home. And then the one thing that I thought that I was going to add, and I guess it didn't come in my little package, but because I had to DoorDash it, because I'm a busy woman. I didn't get my red onions in, so we're gonna leave those off today, but I personally love onion, like I just told you, so I would add a little red onion in there too.
Okay, I love
So the tomatoes, the olives, I brought these from Italy as well. I'm gonna steal that spoon.
Those are sun-dried tomatoes?
tomatoes.
Love, love, love.
Yeah, I love sun-dried tomatoes.
I can eat them just by themselves.
Me too, me too. And I love like Greek food and Mediterranean food and
Yes,
Italian
so
food.
yes.
So it's kind of inspired.
Wow.
And then I just did some fresh feta cheese and cut it up or whatever.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can really have too much of that.
Okay.
And the only other thing I thought about maybe adding to this recipe was some peppercini. Maybe
love
some
it.
peppercini. That's a lot of cheese.
And then you're going to
though,
add your
probably.
spices and.
Yes, and then I'm going to toss it together.
I love it.
So I'm
While
just
you're
gonna
doing
add a
that, I'm going to
pinch.
taste my little Asian slaw.
Okay.
Again, I usually like to toast the almonds, but let's see.
How is it?
It's nice and light.
Good.
Very nice
good.
and light. I usually like that smoky from the almonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to mix that together. And this is something you can even do like on a busy work night.
Wow.
Just
Let's show
kinda-
everybody what that looks like.
Yeah,
It looks
there we go.
amazing, and we
Yeah,
know it's
leave
going
that
to
in
taste
there.
great as well. That looks awesome. Just fantastic. And we have our slaw here as well. Well, that looks great. I know we're going to taste that in a minute.
Okay.
See what it tastes like. Thank you for being here
Of
today
course,
and
yeah,
sharing these
had
healthy
fun.
side dishes for our cookouts. Stay tuned. I have a great design dilemma coming up on the Signature Mike Show.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Thank you for staying with us today. I have a great design dilemma. Again, I talk about this all the time. I make great friends with my clients. I don't know what it is. We just get a rapport together, and I try to get in their heads and understand the best possibilities for their spaces. And so then we just become friends, and then I get to do more fun, have more fun with them down the road. But I love it. I am going to share with you a project I did for my friend Sally Griffin. And if you know her, she's absolutely fabulous. I love working on projects with Sally. I want to show you a guest bedroom that they had. And we started with this. Sally had this bedroom here. She wanted to know what we could start with and what we could use in the final design. I loved the bed. I loved the lamps. They were nice and chunky. I just felt like we needed more drama on the wall. So you'll see in the next picture what I gave Sally. Just in adding some more drama with the pillows, and we kept the pillows to a minimum. We don't like a lot of pillows on the bed these days, but I do like the layers. If you notice, that roll it's nice and long. It's 36 inches long, but it's stair steps there up to the Euroshams, which are 27 inches square, and then up to the headboard. So we've created that graduated look there. The lamps were great. I just wanted a little more drama on that wall, so I added those mirrors. And I know we've talked about this before. Arches, arched pieces, objects, and round objects work really great in rooms because so much of what we have in our rooms are rectangulars. You notice we have the rectangular type headboard, the rectangular tray, the rectangular nightstands. Even the lamps were somewhat angular. So in adding those arches, it just really finishes that off nice. If you could consider what that would look like with a rectangular mirror, that arch just really, really adds a nice touch. But we've kept things clean and simple, and it really makes a statement. Let me show you the window that was in the room. It was a very, very narrow window, and so it was a long wall. The thing was, talking about a window treatment, and we've talked about this before, but I hope that it resonates with you. I wanted to create a window treatment that made that window look larger and make a statement on that wall. So what I have in this last picture here is that we have the drapery on the wall more than the window. We still have full use of that window, all the light coming in, but look at what the window treatment did for that space. It just really, really worked well. And you walk into that bedroom and it just looks so good. I brought a few of the elements with me today. Again, we kept the drapery neutral. So I've had this fabric with me before that I'd like to show you. So it's like a linen blend fabric. It's very neutral. It has a little texture to it, but it's really nice and neutral. And so we have that, and I'm going to show you the drapery tape that I love to use because it makes a statement. Let me start with the theme actually first. On that row pillow, we had this really great theme fabric. Really, really fantastic. It makes a statement. So there we are. They had the lions on there. So that was our theme in the room. So then I wanted to add some drapery tape to the drapery. I certainly could have used the blue tape. Certainly could have done that. We would have been a little monochromatic. That works really, really well. But what I offered Sally, what I thought would have been much better, is to add the green. Because if you notice, there's some green detail here in this theme fabric. So in adding this, that green and blue really pops. And we've talked about adding a third color element to a room, and I really like doing that. If you notice behind this row pillow, I had some animal print pillows that were more in the browns and blacks, and that worked really, really well. So there's a color. We have the blue, which is a color, and then we have the green. So we have three colors that really play off of each other really, really well and makes for a really interesting room and setup. Let me talk about a bedroom setup. When you walk into a bedroom, you want to see the foot of the bed if you can. I realize some rooms, let me just draw a room here. Let me draw the room that we had here, for example. So you entered into the room here. So what we'd like to do, if we can, is put the bed here, which is what we did, which is what Sally had here. That works really well. So as you're walking in, you see the foot of the bed and you see this presentation of the bed and the pillows and everything that we have going on there. That makes that very, very interesting. The window in the room, that tiny window, was over here. Now, if the window was here, of course, we'd have to change the bed up a little bit and you'd have to walk into the side of the bed. Sometimes that happens. But again, I added the drapery panels on the wall. So we had the full use of that window, a lot of light coming in. That worked really well. We had the nightstands and the lamps, and we had the arched mirrors above there. There was a dresser we were able to put over there. I didn't show that in the shot, but that was over here. It had artwork above that as well. We had a piece of artwork here that played in. I think we had some dimensional art in there, so not everything's flat against the wall, but that works really, really well. But I hope that helped you today with some design dilemmas. If you have a design dilemma, write me at mike@signaturemike.com and let's talk about it on the show. I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for emailing us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with my guests from the day.
Welcome to Bordeaux's Steak and Seafood in Thompson, Georgia, where casual dining meets Southern charm and every meal feels like a special occasion. Our mouth-watering steaks, fresh seafood, and handcrafted cocktails set the stage for unforgettable moments. Whether it's date night, a family celebration, or just because, Bordeaux offers the perfect mix of comfort and class. Come see us tonight. You're always welcome at our table.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors and More. We truly appreciate the opportunities we've had to work in so many homes over the years. And now we want to invite you to our showroom to discover why we are the company that friends recommend. Our quality products, knowledgeable staff, and the tremendous skill set of our technicians is what has made Hardwood Floors and More the most trusted locally owned business for over 30 years. Hardwood Floors and More, so much more in store for you.
Welcome to Second City Distillery. We are handcrafted one bottle at a time in the heart of Augusta, Georgia. Come visit us and discover the art of distillation like never before. Our spirits are curated, ensuring every bottle tells a story of passion and dedication. From our smooth, award-winning bourbon to our crisp and refreshing vodka, we offer a diverse range of flavors that capture the essence of our passion. Join us for a tasting or a tour and experience the spirit of Augusta with Second City Distillery. Cheers.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home, familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
Thanks for joining us today. We had so much fun. Avery, thank you for being here. You made loans so much more relatable and easy. Yes, and Beth, thank you so much. I love having guinea pigs to try things. Hey, do you want to try the salad,
let's
the
try
coleslaw? Okay. It's nice to have guinea pigs. I'm sure we have them at home.
Get a bite of onion in mine.
So good. Again, toast the almonds and the
Very
sesame
good.
seeds. Can we try yours?
Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm going to see what yours is. Everybody's hearing us crunch on the show. I've got to get a sun-dried tomato or two. Avery, try that.
So what do you think?
Yours is better than mine.
No, don't lie.
Seriously, that is so good. It has a little spice to it. With some spice from what I guess in that seasoning. You know, some people like more spice. What are some of those things that are a little spicier you can add to something?
Well, that was from Italy, so of course that tastes good.
Yeah.
The seasoning I used.
So
but
it is. It does have rich
could do
flavor
chili
to
pepper, garlic, fresh garlic.
And those are healthy for us. Yeah.
Probably even like chili oil for spice.
Oh, true. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. When I go to the Asian restaurant, they ask me what level spice. I'm like 0, and they always laugh. I'm not a big spice fan. Do you cook a lot, Avery?
Not as much. If I do, it's on the grill.
Gotcha. Well, watch the show more, and you'll learn some healthy tips from Beth and I. So I love it. Thank you both for being here.
Yes.
We'll have you both again sometime, and we'll learn more about loans and healthy eating. We loved having you. Catch us on YouTube, the Signature Mike channel, and we will see you next time on the Signature Mike Show. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
All right. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands right now?